But guess what? I'm gonna fuck you one way or another. Kind of like Joe Pesci said, one way or another, you're getting fucked.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But the thing is, I believe, again, with social media, with the distraction of cameras and camera phones and the kids today being distracted, there's also now the flip side. We're seeing a lot more stuff that we haven't seen before that was only reported or hearsay.
That's really something that's really true with social media and all the video, YouTube and everything that's going on today. A lot of shit's coming down, man. A lot of people are getting busted that never got busted before.
Exactly.
You know, so
but
that's one thing I like, the transparency, man.
Here comes my other flip side. I tell you guys, when you know me, I always think about everything, every side of it. So here's the other side of that. Yeah, it's cool. But what sucks, you see the amount of people that won't even stop to help. They'll just pull out their phone and start recording shit.
Yeah, that's true. Instead of help, yeah.
That's kind of disturbing. It's like, really? You want your video, or you're so hard up for money, you think your video is going to get you some money when you can stop and help that person who's in distress or who's getting beat up or...
Right.
What's worse? I mean, you capture somebody getting murdered. It's like, wow, and they pull out that stuff out on video. It's like,
no, that's really true. I never really thought about that, man. You know, all those, beatings, like that guy in New York selling cigarettes. I forgot his name.
Yeah. Oh, the ones where the cops choked him?
They choked him out, yeah. And there were people watching. Nobody, and that guy was purely harmless, man. He wasn't doing anything to anybody. He was docile. He didn't want to fight. And
the chokehold ended up in murder. Yeah.
Take that guy out for selling a couple of smokes, man. And nobody stepped in. That's fucked up.
Well, here's the bad thing about that, too. Again, I'm always going to show you the other side. Because I always think about it. The way I was raised. My mom was a sheriff. So I always thought about it. She always said, you're going to be guilty by reason of association. So keep that in mind. And I thought about that. And it stuck with me all these years. But everybody picking up a phone and the cameras, at least trying to do their part by recording the police beating this guy, doing what they're doing.
Right.
Think about it. You try to jump in and help, now you're assaulting a police officer. You're automatically going to go to jail. Although we're seeing an injustice, we're seeing people's civil rights being violated.
And you see, that's the thing.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah, but that's my point about our society. So let's say you catch a misdemeanor, maybe you didn't catch a felony, but you did the right thing. You saved that guy's life. You got, and then if there's a movement, if everybody sees like some kind of like injustice by a cop, and you're not afraid to step up, if the country's not afraid to step up and say, hey, you're fucking up here, leave the guy alone, you're going to kill him. Hey, it's just another person on video. It's another witness. It's another, and that's, and then the cops would be accountable because the society is saying, we're stepping up, man. We're not going to be afraid of you.
But I don't think enough people are ready to take that stand.
Right.
They need to see somebody else do it first. And that's kind of sad, but think about it. It's just that mob mentality. I also noticed that when I'm driving down the freeway, driving anywhere, if you notice, there's people that should be in the carpool lane. They have their eco-friendly vehicle and they got their sticker. Then you see the people that are driving by themselves in the carpool lane, or they're just so impatient that they pass you to get in the carpool lane and then they get right out. They just to pass you. And I wonder, what's so important in your life that you had to do that, make that very unsafe move because the people coming in the carpool lanes are usually going a lot faster than the rest of us.
Right.
And you're going to risk doing something like that, crossing over the double yellow. I always forget to say that part. Crossing over the double yellow, totally legal. But then when one person does it, boom, the rest of the herd starts doing it. And I look at this and say, really? Really? This is how our society is? They're just... When one person does it, let's all do it. And here, case in point. News this morning, gentlemen. There was a big accident on the freeway, right? On the 5, right next to the Citadel. It stopped freeway traffic for both directions.
When it always stops traffic from both.
No, this one was bad because these two guys...
These morons going the other way gotta slow down and be a vulture and rubberneck. Who's fucked up over there? Do I see any blood or vomit or tits or something?
That's
I gotta slow down. I gotta slow down at 5 miles an hour.
About the rubberneckers. No, but this one was... Cars, a couple of guys racing. One of them hit a vehicle and he airborne it to the other side of the freeway.
I was going to say that's
stopped
the other.
traffic on both sides.
That's the other one. That's the other one.
Here's the thing. They come back from a commercial, right? I'm watching the news and the girl from the local Channel 5 news says, hi, 2 things. There's a bad accident. 1, don't drag race. 2, do not move the cones to get on the freeway because then everybody follows you. And they showed the camera, and there's all these people stuck on the freeway for hours where they shouldn't have been because, I mean, before they went to commercial, that part of the freeway was open. It was clean. They're doing an investigation. So they're stopping all the traffic from getting on the freeway. Well, some idiot decides to move the cones and get on the freeway, and everybody followed him. Now all those people are stuck until the coroner gets there and does the investigation, and then they can leave.
Wow.
Again, how important is your life that you've got to go and move the cones?
Yeah.
You know, again, it's there, and again, people are so into their own world. They're so selfish. I'm guilty of it. I listen to my music. I'm not informed when I'm driving. I usually have my music cranking because I don't want to hear the outside world.
Yeah, well, sometimes you need that space, you know.
Right, but I'm not going to go move a cone to get on the freeway when it strictly says freeway's closed.
You think about it, how many people, that is their space. There's so many people just on this continent that are so into that kind of lifestyle, whether by choice or...
Yeah, but then they follow the whole crowd like a lemming. What do they call lemur? No, lemmings.
Lemmings.
You know, the ones that jump over the cliff.
Yeah, right.
Well, what gets me is what people listen to, at least what I heard a lot of the youth listening to up until a couple of fucking years ago.
Such
what
as?
the fuck? Well, like all the white kids, the upper class white kids, listening to like thumping black ghetto hip hop.
Oh yeah, man. That's the Burbs now.
I'm like, what the fuck?
But I want to know what kind of music is it? Because now it's not just rap. It's what was it? Back in our day, it was trance and house. Now it's dubstep. Or what's that other one? And I'm like, what is this? What do you?
Oh, dude,
it's not the same.
Track in a couple of years now.
And I had asked these kids from the
changes every
what is that?
What's the year cycle on that? About 2-3 years.
Yeah.
A year to get for the buzz to develop. A year where it's on top, and then a year where it's going down.
TRAP, trap, dubstep. The music they play for the Mountain Dew commercial. That's called trap music.
I'm not real into hip hop, so it's not. I'm probably.
Although our guest next week.
But yeah, we're gonna have Texan and Will on. Yeah, they're Texan's young hip hop artist. He's really good, man. Great poet.
By the name of Texan?
Yeah, from Texas.
That's pretty cool.
Young kid. I think he's like 17 years old. Watch for him. I got a feeling he's gonna be big. But his words, he's good, man. Good stuff. But yeah, these kids in the Burbs, boy.
I think you need to ask Texan though. Ask him to differentiate between house, rap, trap, dubstep. Yeah, what is that stuff? I mean, back in our day, what was it? Texas two-step. That was the only step that we knew about, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not even just rap anymore. But it's just amazing how many subcultures are broken off of music.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true, man.
Yeah, there's still metalheads out there. Out in the hinterlands.
Hey, they got country western, Stagecoach. You know, it's like Coachella.
Coachella.
So they got the country western. That thing's huge, man.
Which is interesting because when did the last country western radio station go off air in LA? About 10 years ago.
Oh wow. Wow, man.
10. It's right around 02 to 05.
There's no country and western in LA anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nope. The last country western FM radio station in LA.
No shit.
Went under at least 10, maybe closer to 15 years ago.
Wow.
They have all kinds of, country people. I mean, people who dig country music out here. Huge following.
Well, just to play devil's advocate. No, I won't do that.
You could if you want.
Well, I was going to say that, this is just a weird cultural take. I don't know. But having spent some time in old Mexico, in the heart of Mexico City, which is as urban as you want to get, it would just trip me out about how many dudes were either normal and how many dudes were in the full-on Stetsons and the boots and the belt buckle and the curly snaps. I was like, really?
Oh yeah.
But a lot of that ranching goes on down there.
Yeah, and there's actually, I forgot the name of the music, but there's a whole. It's very popular. My friend's got a.
Are you talking about the narco?
No.
Narco. What's that?
No,
There's that. Fuck like a heavy metal mariachi with the accordion. Like death, it's like death metal mariachi. It's like, but it's all about we're gonna shoot all the cops. We're gonna, it's like
funny.
It's narco.
Uh-huh.
It's all about being a drug dealer and all the people you gotta kill and the cops you gotta pay off.
And that's the music.
That's the theme.
Oh,
yeah.
that's the type of music.
Yeah, and they stitch together lyrics. Oh yeah, I had to shoot my brother-in-law in the face because he was ripping me off. And then I paid off the police, and then I fucked my hot girlfriend, and then I ran from the federales, and now I'm doing a lot of blow, hit out of my fucking mansion, and just whatever, just the heavy metal, with an accordion, heavy metal, but
that's funny, man.
I've heard, dude, go to YouTube and look that shit up. There's all kinds of shit on YouTube.
What's the name of this show again?
It's the style of
music. No, the name of this show that we're on right now.
Oh, this is really Impolite Company.
Obviously, because you know what, man? That's starting to offend me. I don't like that one. No, that's funny shit. I want to see it. I want to see these guys with the accordion.
Dude, we're all Americans here.
America.
Have no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
And that's the thing, man. I'm just tripping on the whole thing. Who's gonna build this wall? If the wall's to be built.
The fucking wall. Go
the
build
wall. This right now, I think, would be a perfect time for Pink Floyd to make a resurrection and say, "Let's resurrect the wall." Anything with the wall. Berlin, we'll make a hit.
Trump's theme song.
Oh,
the wall.
Another brick in the wall.
Yeah.
Home Depot making a killing this year, right?
So, speaking of Home Depot, that's a great little segue into the whole off-the-grid thing. We haven't talked about that.
Oh,